Hi there guys, welcome to Box Bread. So it's getting to that part of the week now where we begin to wind down. We've looked at all the fights, we've given our views and our thoughts, and now we get to sit back and enjoy the show and see what happens. But before we do, I just want to go back to the Rumble in Leeds, and I want to take a look at the fight that's happening for the British Super Lightweight title between the current champion Tyrone and his challenger Tommy Coyle. Another interesting fight, a clash of styles, quite a classic clash of styles actually. You've got Nurse, who is a very skillful outside fighter, and you've got Tommy Coyle, who is the type of guy who wants to put pressure on, wants to get things close. And let's take a look at them and see where we go. So, first of all, Tommy Coyle, as I said, likes to come forward. He's the far shorter guy in this fight. Nurse is pretty tall. He's going to have the advantage in height and reach. So Coyle really needs to chop down the tree. Coyle needs to push the pace of the fight. He needs to get close, close the gap, give Nurse as little time as he possibly can. And I believe that the pure game plan, the sole game plan for Tommy Coyle in this fight should be to close the gap and go to the body. He sometimes likes to work his way in with a jab, and like I said, closes off the ring. Really just needs to be aggressive in this fight. He needs to come and just do what he usually does with, I guess, bravery, just going all out. He's a challenger in this. He needs to, take that title away. He needs to really give himself the chance and the opportunity. So, getting up close with body shots is what I recommend for Tommy Coyle. Tyrone Nurse, on the other hand, wants this as a long game. He wants to stay on the outside. He wants to use his boxing skills, his superior boxing skills in this fight. Nurse is the type of guy who, when I watch him, sometimes I wonder why he hasn't already had a world title fight. And let's not be snobby about this. Some of the guys who've had world title fights have been terrible. There have been worse people than Tyrone Nurse that have had world title fights. And I think that the guy is very skillful. The way he rolls with punches is fantastic. His defense all round, I think, is very good. The reactionary defense. His defense inside as well as outside is very good. He rolls with punches. He blocks shots with his long arms, both up top and to the body. And he's just a slick fighter. He's difficult to pin down. Throws a good jab. Puts some good combinations together at times. And the question is power, really, with Nurse, and I think that might be the answer to my question. His killer instinct. Does he have enough thirst for blood? And the answer is no. A weakness of Tyrone Nurse is that he tends to coast. He tends to coast through fights, and that has damaged him in the past. He's lost a unanimous decision earlier in his career, then he lost a majority decision, and then he had a majority draw with Dave Ryan, I think, and then he avenged that loss with the unanimous decision. And in his last fight, he looked fantastic in stopping Willie Lamond, showing that he definitely has a cumulative power. And he puts together very good, nice, accurate combination shots, which in the end, Lamond just couldn't. It just wore him down. It really affected. He really did hurt Lamond, and the ref just stepped in. He was outclassing Lamond, basically. And that's something I think that will end up happening in this fight. And I'm picking Tyrone Nurse to win this fight. And I'm actually going to be, once again, I'm going to go with the conservative option actually. I'm going to go with Tyrone Nurse by decision. There's a definite chance that he gets to Coyle later on, like he did with Le Monde. So that's either going to happen. He's going to really step on the gas and he's going to finish this guy when he gets the opportunity. Or he's going to coast and he's going to get a decision victory. Now, the risk with it is that he coasts and Tommy Coyle, being the fighter he is, mixes it up, gets close, makes it interesting on the scorecards, and once again Tyrone Nurse ends up on the wrong end of a majority decision or a draw or too close to call type thing. So what I'm expecting to what I'm not expecting, but what I'm hoping to see from Tyrone Nurse in this fight, if I'm looking at it from his perspective, is to step on the gas, not to coast with the fight. If you're having success and you're on top, don't just coast. Look to take this guy out. Look to really put this guy under pressure with your combination punches and superior boxing skill. Coyle always has that aggressive nature. If he's going to the body, he can do some damage. He can push the pressure on Nurse and make it really uncomfortable for him. Tyrone Nurse hasn't lost. He hasn't ever been stopped, and he's had a fair few fights now. I think it's 30 odd fights, and I just think that Coyle struggled against the better outside type fighters. He was stopped by Derry Matthews. He lost to Luke Campbell, and I think that domestically Tyrone Nurse is in that ilk. He is outside touch of class type fighter. And I think Tyrone Nurse wins a decision in this fight. So let me know what you guys think. It's another interesting fight, nice clash of styles. I like to see these clash of styles because you always get, it just mixes well. You get guys tested at what they do best. So Nurse is going to have to do what he does best well. He's going to have to fight outside extremely well. And if Coyle's going to have success, he's going to have to push the pace and fight inside extremely well. But ultimately, I think even when he gets inside, I think that Nurse has the skills to outbox Tommy Coyle. But let me know what you think. This Leeds card is looking very good this weekend. Enjoy the fights, guys. I'll be looking to get a post-fight video out, hopefully on Sunday, following the fights. And what I usually do is I'll do one video covering all of the fights. I just find that works for me. I find that one video is enough for me to get out what I need to say, especially with post fights, because the fight is kind of self-explanatory, and there may be some specific things I want to go over with the fights, but in the aftermath. But one video is usually enough. So look out for that, guys. Thank you if you've liked this video, subscribe, and for your comments during the week. Enjoy the fights. This is Boxbred. I'm out.